Omni-Man, one of the newest powerhouses to hit the small screen, one of the newest twists on the Superman trope. But in a fight against the actual Superman, now who would win? Well, between Superman's immense power and Omni-Man's brutal ferocity and killing force, let me tell you, this fight actually isn't as close as you might think it is. So I'm going to prove once and for all why Superman versus Omni-Man isn't even close. What's up guys, this is DanCo. I do fight breakdowns, power ranking videos, or more deep dives into your favorite characters and franchises, with new videos every week. So if that seems great to you, well, sit back and enjoy the video. Hit that like button if you want to, or hit the subscribe button while you're at it. Omni-Man. Now he might be able to take on the Guardians of the Globe, his own son Invincible, even other Viltrumites, but just how powerful is he exactly? Well, let's get into it. That's what we're going to find out. Now, Omni-Man is a Viltrumite, a member of the largest and most powerful empire throughout the galaxy. And why are the Viltrumites so powerful? Well, it's because they have access to smart atoms, molecularly the same as normal atoms, but they give access to all sorts of powers on the atomic level. And Viltrumites are unique because they can use smart atoms for a whole lot of different powers. Super strength, super speed, flight. They're the only race in the universe to have smart atoms literally encoded inside their DNA. That's what makes them so powerful. And just how powerful are they? Well, with super strength, Nolan Grayson is one of the best. He was able to easily overpower his son Invincible during their first fight, punching him through skyscrapers, sending him flying into mountainsides and causing avalanches. And that's against his own son. He was holding back there. Time and time again, he was able to punch through Immortal, ripping him in half, cutting his head off, or even with Thrag's kids. He was able to splatter several kids with each punch that he threw. Both Immortal and those half Viltrumites have some great durability feats. Nolan is still leagues above them. That's because Omni-Man is arguably one of the most powerful Viltrumites you're ever gonna see. And true, old, accomplished Viltrumites are in a tier all their own. Like Conquest. Well, he can casually bust out of solid 400-ton solid steel blocks encased all around his body, as well as 6 miles of earth caving in on top of him. Omni-Man is still probably more powerful. In fact, the only Viltrumite we ever saw definitively prove he was stronger than Omni-Man was Thrag, and he did it pretty definitively. Of course, Nolan beat Mark in an arm wrestling competition near the end of the series, and it's possible, maybe even more probable, that Mark let him win there because he was either distracted or to spare his dad's pride, but we do have to leave the door open that it's possible that Nolan just straight up won there. Now, what about durability? Well, again, it's something that Viltrumites are great at, and Omni-Man is one of the best of all of them. He's been pretty much unaffected by any attacks from Immortal. He was unaffected by any of the attacks from Invincible during their first fight too. And in fact, Omni-Man has regularly been able to take attacks from all sorts of different Viltrumites and not really go down or been all that injured. He's actually so tough that even other Viltrumites legit just splatter against him on impact. Now, all this isn't to say that Omni-Man can't be damaged. He can. He's taken some absolutely devastating attacks in the past. He's been beaten up by several Viltrumites as they double, triple teamed him. Then in pretty much every fight he's ever had with Thrag, well, he usually ends up nearly on the brink of death. The first fight, well, he ultimately got overpowered, was straight disemboweled. when Thrag punched his hand through Omni-Man's body. Nolan still survived. Another fight, well, Thrag beat Omni-Man so bad that his eye straight up popped out of his skull. Still survived. He fought against Thrag a third time too, and was nearly torn in half. Still managed to keep himself alive. So basically, Nolan has an incredibly impressive healing factor and can survive almost any injury. But 2, well, it takes a whole heck of a lot to actually injure him or put him down. Just because Omni-Man can take nearly any attack or any injury and just refuses to go down or be killed. His durability is just simply off the charts. Then even simply with speed, Omni-Man, like most other Viltrumites, has the ability to move well above the speed of light. He was able to slaughter all the Guardians of the Globe in just moments, despite having a super speedster of their own in Red Rush. He's well faster than Invincible, well faster than other Viltrumites. He's even so powerful that he was able to help destroy the planet Viltrum alongside Invincible and Thaddeus. He helped to destroy a planet. That doesn't show that Omni-Man is one of the most powerful beings out there? Well, I don't know what does. So Omni-Man definitely is powerful. He's one of the most powerful Viltrumites in the Empire. But Viltrumites have no comparison to Kryptonians, and Omni-Man has no comparison to Superman. Seriously, this fight isn't even close. Now, Superman is clearly no stranger to moving and lifting around planets. I mean, he's moved just the Earth almost more times than I can remember. He's pulled the Earth back into orbit along with Green Lantern. He's pulled the Earth again alongside both Wonder Woman and Martian Manhunter. He's pulled the Moon before and just regularly pulled off planetary level feats. But you want to take that and make it even more impressive? What about the time where Superman bench pressed the whole weight of the Earth, all 6.6 quintillion tons of it, for 5 days straight? Only barely broke a sweat. Wasn't even tired from it. And that is just crazy. The fact that it's nowhere near his max rep. And that's just everything we can quantify with science. Superman regularly deals in the extreme of extremes when it comes to strength. Like he's lifted an infinite book with infinite pages before. He's helped to pick up the Spectre, who is as heavy as all eternity. He's held black holes in the palm of his hand. He's even pushed around a compressed solar system before. But what about durability with the Man of Steel? Well, have you ever heard about the time when Hawkman hit Superman with the Claw of Horus, which according to Hawkman draws its powers from the magnetic core of the Earth, meaning that he was essentially hitting Superman with the planet itself. And while Superman might look like he was knocked out, he was actually just faking. He's also been right there when 2 planets collided into each other, Apocalypse and New Genesis, and Superman survived it. And then even with speed, Superman can easily go faster than the speed of light. That's for sure a given. I mean, he's flown from the center of the universe to the Earth in just 60 days. A trip that would take light itself thousands and thousands, probably even hundreds of thousands of years. And he can operate in a fight just as fast too. I mean, even just besides doing stuff like punching Doomsday literally thousands of times in a second, he's able to perceive and move within microseconds and nanoseconds. Superman is very, very fast. Then of course there's his heat vision and his freeze breath, which is always significantly more powerful than people think. I mean, he's been able to pretty easily wreck people with his heat vision before in the past. He's even effectively vaporized Doomsday in his tracks. And that heat vision is constantly compared to the heat and temperature of the sun. Meanwhile, if his freeze breath, well, it's allowed him to create essentially hurricanes before and freeze everything in his path. Basically, Superman is no joke, and whatever way you want to swing it, he's more powerful than Omni-Man by like a magnitude of 10. The greatest strength feat that Omni-Man has ever pulled off is busting apart a planet. But even then, what was done with two other powerful Viltrumites and Space Racer had to destabilize the planet in order to allow them to do it. Superman is regularly pulling off planetary level feats all by himself. They might be relatively equal when it comes to speed, but Superman is infinitely more durable, surviving solar system level attacks. He's also no stranger to fighting against people with his own power set. General Zod, Ultraman, Shazam, Bizarro, Omni-Man is nothing new to Clark, and he's not even the most powerful foe that he's faced. This is an interesting fight just because they're both similar, but it's not actually a good fight. Superman would destroy Omni-Man, and it wouldn't even be close. But what do y'all think? Sound off in the comments down below. I know you're gonna have thoughts and feelings on this one for sure. If you stuck around this long and made it to the end of the video, that's amazing. Thank you so much for watching and for supporting us. And if you want to go subscribe, well, go subscribe. You're going to see more videos like this one every single week. I'll see y'all then. I'll see y'all next time.